Yeah, just thought I'd show this model, which well, it's been on my last couple of videos. It's been knocking around the layout, and it's a diesel rail car made by Fleischmann. It's a lint class DMU. I was having problems with the interior lighting, but I thought I'd take it apart and spend an hour or so finding a loose joint, well, a dry joint on the circuit board, which I've found. So I've solved that problem. I thought, while it's out and apart rather, I'll fit some factory painted knock and brazier figures, standing and seated. So yeah, makes all the difference. Yeah, so that's all done. I just need to do the cab, put a cab in cab figure at the other end of a driving cab. And there's some of the selection of figures I've been using. Some of them you've got to take the legs off to get into certain areas of the coach. But most, I'd say about most of them are fitting fine anyway. So it does make a difference when you turn the lights off on this model, because it's got such large windows. It looks quite effective for the people on board. Of course, I've been using copy decks to stick them down with, because that creates a nice cushion which dries and flexes into corners or round bends, and it dries clear. So, or if you don't like it, you just take the passenger out and peel off the copy decks, and that's the beauty of it. So yeah, standing figures with it as well. So for removing the cab on the Fleischmann diesel lints, you've got to be really careful. First of all, you've got to remove the perspex lighting prisms. The first one you've got to take out is that one, and that comes out from the front lower lights on the cab there. Pull that out slightly, but of course from the other side you've got to push forward using a fine pair of tweezers. You've got to push the lights forward from the front, and the same on the upper lights. You push them slightly forward using a very fine, by using a number 7, size number 7 curved tweezers. They work a treat. And then what you do is you'll lift up slightly, about a couple of millimeters, about 3 millimeters or so, and then what happens is it'll come loose slightly, and then you pull back, and eventually you get out the prism, which looks like this. The light prism looks like that. That controls all the lighting on the front of the cab, inside the cab, destination lights, everything. But if you split this anywhere, then it'll fail. The lighting will fail. It won't reach where it's supposed to go. You can order these. They've got an order number on it. If you break them, they're replaceable. What a special order, which is good. Then you get access to the cab. To get the cab out, you slightly pull aside the plastic coach body out the front of the cab end slightly. Right, so to put back, just grab the cab and just gently position. You've got to be careful not to take the windows out. There's a slot, there's 2 guide rails on either side of the glazing. You line the cab up and it should just slot in. It's never as easy as that. There we go, that's in. Just got to make sure that's looking alright. There we go, that's it, clicks into place. Be very careful to slot in the glazing with the most graceful. If it feels like it's got pressure on it and it's not going to go in, don't force, otherwise it'll break. Just got to line all those little lamps up. There we go. Let's line the top one in. And then check on the roof and the front, that looks good. Then just a slight little amount, a bit more pressure. That looks good. But like I say, to get them out you need a nice fine pair of tweezers. And then the other one is for the lower lights, and that obviously transfers a light onto this other prism, which you just got to line up. You can do with a magnifying glass. That's it, just line that up, push it in, that's it, all done. It's all looking good with the driver in there. Yeah, so that's it with the cover on.